Hi, this is Melanie from Hook to the Left, and today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful cotton coasters. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Melanie from Hook to the Left, and today we're going to be making these coasters. So I'm going to show you all the tools that you need to make these coasters. First thing is the yarn. You want to use a 100% cotton. And my favorite is I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. If you don't have that available to you, or you don't like it, then this is a great comparable cotton to that, and that is the Walmart 100% cotton yarn, the Mainstays line. So I like that just as much. They're very similar, so I would use either one, but just pick your favorite cotton, and that is all you need to make this particular project. Alright, so also you will need a 5.5 millimeter hook. This is a clover hook. These are my favorite hooks, and I do have this link down below. I'm going to have a link to the 5.5 millimeter hook as well as to the set. You also need a pair of scissors to snip those ends. If you like these, you can use any scissors, but if you like these, I will have those linked down below as well. And finally, you will need a yarn needle to weave in your ends. These are my favorite yarn needles, and I will have these linked down below as well. I like them because of the large flexible eye and in the thinner shaft, so that it's easy to weave in and out, and also easy to put your end in the eye. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. I had a little bit of a yarn barf situation whenever I when I was pulling out the end of this yarn. So okay, so the first things first, we are going to start with a magic circle. Okay, so this is how I make a magic circle. So you make a circle crossing over the top, and then you tuck this in under, put your hook through here, and then slip stitch. Okay, and now from there we kind of want to hold on to this tail right here, and while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do 6 single crochet. So that's 1, I'm holding on to it a little bit too tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so this is how I work my magic circle. Okay, excuse the monster yarn barf there. Alright, so what you do is you take your tail here and you pull on it to cinch up your circle. So now you have your little circle of 6 single crochet. Alright, so again, make sure you have 6. So 6, so I have 1, oh, that's my end piece there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, oh, you know what, and I didn't mention this earlier, you will need a stitch marker of some kind. I do have small plastic stitch markers that I like to use, which you can buy those anywhere. I will link some down below in case you want to get some from Amazon. And that just tells you, because we are going to be doing this in the round, we are not going to be slip stitching to join, and that's how we get this seamless join. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is the first stitch that I started. Go in here, and I'm just going to do a single crochet. I always do 2 at the start of my row, just because it's a little bit easier to go from your loop, and then you count back 2, so That's 1 and then 2, and put in your stitch marker. Okay, and so on this second row I did 2 single crochets into that same stitch. So now we're going to go around this whole round and we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch, which leaves you with 12 stitches at the end. So go ahead and do 2 single crochets, and then I will meet up with you at the end. Okay, I am back. I'm back and I'm at the end of this round, and as you see here, I'm starting to get a little bit of a gap here in the middle. You can just pull on that to tighten it up, and then we're going to go ahead and start the next round. So the next round, it's another increase round. We're going to do 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and then we're going to do, and that's in 1 stitch, that first stitch, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet. Okay, and then 2, and then 1, and repeat that pattern all the way around. Your very last stitch should be 1 single crochet, and the one before it a double or 2 single crochets. So go ahead and continue around. So you want to do 2 singles, 1 single, 2 singles, 1 single, and then I will meet up with you at the end of the row. Okay, we are back and I am at the end of that round, and that was round 3. So we're about to go into round 4, and in round 4 we're going to be increasing again, except for this time we're going to do 2 and 2. So do 2 double crochet into the first stitch. And we're going to start mixing that up in a little bit just to make sure that we get more of a round, a little bit more round, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But so we do 2 single crochet in the first stitch, and now we're going to do 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet. So 2 single crochet and then 2 in the first stitch, and then into the next 2 stitches we're going to do it 1 single crochet. So it's 2 and 2. So again, we're going to do 1, 2 in the same stitch, and then 1 in the next stitch, and 2 into the next stitch, and then we're going to do 2, 1 and 2 into the following stitch. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 into the next stitch and another 1 into the following stitch. Okay, and this is how you increase. So continue on until you finish this round, and I will meet up with you at the end. Okay, welcome back, and I am at the end of that round. So on the next round is when we're going to start to mix things up just a little bit as to where we're putting the increase. And the reason why I do this is I don't know if you can see, this one's pretty round. Maybe you can see it. You can see it a little bit better on this one. Okay, so you see where the blue is? It starts to look a little bit like a hexagon if you don't really mix up where you put that increase stitch. So it starts to look like a hexagon. So we're going to start to mix up where we put that increase stitch. So this first one, I didn't mix it up until I got probably around the lighter rows. So that's why the blue looks like a hexagon here, and then it starts to look more round as we go around. Here I started mixing it up early, so this hexagon shape doesn't happen right, at the beginning stages like it did before. So just that's the difference between the two and why we're going to be mixing it up. We're on round 5, and on round 5, that's when you have you have your increase stitch, which is 2 single crochet in 1 stitch, and then you have 3 single crochet before you do another increase stitch. Okay, so instead of starting this row with the increase, I'm going to start it with just I'm going to start it with just one single crochet, and then I'm going to do the increase in the next stitch. Okay, and I know that was 3 stitches ago, so I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker there so I know where the beginning of the row is. Alright, so I just did an increase, so now I need to do 3 single crochet in each of the 3 next stitches. 3. And then do a 2 single crochets into the 4th stitch after that. And then we do 3 single crochet, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 3 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So you're going to continue that pattern all the way around. Now when you get to the end of this round, the way that it's going to work, it'll end up falling, and this is how you can kind of check and make sure that you're not off. You'll do your increase and the 2 stitches, and then you'll have the final 2 single crochets before you get back to your stitch marker. So that's you want 2 single crochets all alone after the increase before you get to your stitch marker, and then that way there's 3 single crochets before you get to the increase here. That's how it works. So go ahead and continue on around the row. Remember your increase of 2 in 1 stitch, and then you have your increase of 2 in 1 stitch, and then you'll have 3 single crochet continuing on. Right, I'm going to go ahead and meet up with you at the end of this row. Okay, welcome back. We are at the end of row 5, and we're about to continue on to row 6. So in row 6, you're going to have the increase stitch, and then you're going to have 4 single crochet, and then another increase, which is 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So 2 single crochet in 1 stitch, 4 single crochet in each of the 4 next stitches, and then 2 single crochet. But again, we're still staggering. Even now, as you look at it, you see where it's starting to want to do that hexagon, right? So before we did 1 stitch and then the double crochet, and you would think that we would do 2 and then the increase, not the double crochet, I meant the increase. You would think we would want to do 2 and then the increase, but I'm going to do 3 increase and then continue on around with the increase, 4 stitches, increase, 4 stitches. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our first 3 stitches, which will be 1 in each stitch. So that's a single crochet, single crochet, and single crochet. Alright, I know that I just did 3 stitches, so I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker in the 3rd stitch back from my hook so I know where the beginning of my round is. Right, and now we're going to go ahead and do our increase, which is 2 single crochet stitches into 1 stitch, and now we're going to do single crochet into the next 4 stitches. Alright, and 2 single crochet for the increase, and 4 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And you're going to continue on like that. You're going to end your row with 1 with your increase here, and then increase here, and then 1 single crochet here before we start on to the next row. That's how you're going to end that row. So let's go ahead and continue on around this row. Remember, you do an increase of 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, and then 4 stitches per stitch in the next 4 stitches. In the next, 4 single crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then do another increase. Okay, so go ahead and continue on, and I will meet up with you at the end. Okay, we're back, and we're on to row 6. And in this one, we are going to be doing an increase and then 5 single crochets. So one increase for every 5 single crochet. Now on this one, I'm going to go ahead and do my increase in my first stitch. So 1, and then go back into the same stitch and do a second single crochet. I know I did 2 single crochet, so I'm going to count back 1, 2, and this is where I'm going to put my stitch marker. Okay, and now I'm going to do 5 single crochet into each of the 5 next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then do the increase, so 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then go back into the same stitch and do another one. And now you do 5 single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches, and you want to continue that pattern to the stitch just before your marker, and I will meet up with you there. Okay, I'm at the end of the 6th row, and we're moving on to the 7th row. And in this case, I've already removed my stitch marker. In this particular case, I will be doing 3 single crochet, then 2 single crochet into 1 stitch, and then 3 single crochet. And then we'll continue on with the regular pattern, which is 2 single crochet into 1 stitch. That's your increase. And then you want to do 6 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. Okay, so that means that we're going to end, we're going to do an increase on this stitch, and then we're going to end this round with 3 single crochets into 3 stitches. Okay, that's how you can know that you're on, you're right on the money as far as your stitch count goes. So let's go ahead and do 3 single crochet into 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker into the 3rd stitch back, because I know I did 3 stitches, and then I'm going to do an increase here. 1, 2. All right, and now I'm going to do 6 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, and now we're going to do an increase, so that's 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and we'll do 6 stitches, or 6 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. And go ahead and continue that pattern all the way to the end of the row. Remember that you are going to end this round with I'm not counting because I'm talking, so I'm going to stop real quick. But remember that you're going to end this round with an increase and then 3 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So I will see you at the end of the row. Welcome back. We are at the end of row 7, and now we're moving on to row 8. So in row 8, the pattern is an increase and then 7 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So again, that's an increase with 7 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and start this off with 2 single crochet, and then I'm going to do my increase, and then I'm going to do 7 after that, which means that you're going to end the round with 5 single crochet. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 1, 2, and put your stitch marker in, set 2 stitches from the hook. All right, let's go ahead and increase here, 1, and then the second one into that same stitch, and now we're going to do 7 crochet, single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right, and now we're going to do another increase. So 1 and then 2 into that same stitch. And now we're going to continue on with 7 single crochet into 7 stitches. Just remember at the end, since you only did 2 single crochets before doing your increase, you're going to end your row with an increase and then 5 single crochet before you hit your stitch marker. Okay, so go ahead and continue on, and I will meet up with you at the end of the round. Okay, welcome back. We're at the end of row 8 and we're about to continue on row 9. This is going to be our last regular row before we do the edging. In this row, we're going to do the increase and then 8 single crochet and 8 stitches. So I'm not going to worry too much about keeping the circle because I have been keeping it staggered, so it will be circular when it's finished. What I'm going to go ahead and do is do my increase and then 8 stitches and then an increase and 8 stitches. So let's go ahead and start the row. Removing my stitch marker, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet and then a second single crochet back into that same stitch. I'm going to put my stitch marker in 2 stitches from my hook because I know I just did 2 stitches. And now I'm going to do 8 single crochet into the next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I'm going to do another increase. So that's 1 single crochet and another single crochet back into the same stitch. And I'm going to do 8 single crochet stitches into the next 8 stitches. And I'm going to continue that on to the end of this round. And the way that this will work, because you did start with the increase, you're going to end your round with an increase and then 8 single crochet stitches. So I will see you at the end of the round. Welcome back. So that was our last row of increasing. So now all we need to do is just finish the edging of this coaster. I did make this coaster a little bit big because I like to put a large coffee mug on it. And again, follow me on Instagram. You will see a picture of these with the coffee mug on it, and it fits just perfect. That's why these are a little bit bigger. You can always leave off a row or 2 and then do the edging on a smaller one. That's up to you. I just wanted to make sure it was big enough to fit a coffee mug. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our edging. Alright, so we're going to go into this first stitch. We're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet. Okay, we're going to skip the next stitch and we're going to go into the following stitch. So 2 stitches from where you were, and then we're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. Alright, so what I do is just so I can make sure, these are, now here you can really see them, but they're relatively small, and if you just really start zooming along, sometimes you don't notice that you're going back into the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a stitch marker there, so it just shows that that is where I started and that's where I end. So let's go ahead and continue on. We're going to skip the next stitch and we're going to do single crochet into the following stitch, chain 2, and then go back into that same stitch to do a single crochet. Alright, skip the next stitch and go into the second from where you're working, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet into that same stitch. So that's the pattern all the way around. You're going to go into every other stitch, do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So just remember, every other stitch is going to be a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So continue all the way around, and I will meet up with you at the end to fasten off this very quick and easy project. Welcome back, and here we are at the end of our project. We just need to fasten off. So as you finish up your project, you do your last single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then you find that you have one more stitch left before you go into where you first started, the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So this is where we're going to fasten off. So just put your hook into that one stitch right there, and oh wait, you tighten that up a little bit. Let me go ahead and slip stitch right here. There we go. And now we can go ahead and snip our yarn and fasten off. Alright. Alright, so that is the project. Now we just need to work in our ends. And if you found this video value added and have followed along with this tutorial to complete this project, then please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps my channel out. So if you could do that. Also, if you like tutorials like these and yarn hauls, review for yarn and crochet products, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and then hit the bell so that you're reminded each time I come out with a new video. Also, I wanted to remind you I have a live chat every Saturday at 11 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, and then again with my gals, the yarn hookers, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My personal live chat will always be on my channel, and the yarn hookers chat will be on one of the yarn hookers channels. So make sure you follow all 4 of us so that you never miss a live chat. And I wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today and going through this tutorial with me. I love to see what you come up with, and why don't you go ahead and join my Facebook group. It is linked down below, and so you can show me what your projects look like, what your coasters look like. I can't wait to see them. All right, and thank you again so much for joining me. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Roads and up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing. That was until I found you right